Alright, my name is Allison Deegan, and today I'm going to talk to you about the topic of autism. You don't have to raise your hand, but how many of you know someone that has been affected by this condition? According to Autism Speaks, the National Foundation for Autism Awareness, 1 in every 88 children in the United States is affected with this. My mom is a special education teacher, and this is how I first became acquainted with them, and I absolutely fell in love. Ever since then, I've volunteered at many different camps throughout the summer, and when I'm older, I either want to be a special education teacher or an occupational therapist that works with children that have autism. Today I'm going to discuss with you the history of autism, the signs of autism, the different forms of autism, and different variations of treatment. The term autism dates back to about 60 years. It comes from the term autos, which means self, which leads to the definition of autism, which means isolated self. Eugene Buehler was a Swiss psychiatrist, and he used the word autism for the first time. He used it to describe a group of symptoms associated with schizophrenia. Now the definition has transformed into one that describes kids with social or emotional issues. Leo Kanner, a doctor from Johns Hopkins, used it to describe the isolated behavior of the children he studied. Ever since the 1960s, the two terms, autism and schizophrenia, have become completely separate. Many people don't know that there are 5 different types of autism. The first one is Asperger's syndrome. This is when a person is obsessed with a specific topic or object, and they will research it or talk about it continuously. These people are socially and sometimes physically impaired. They struggle making connections and holding conversations with other people. Teens that have this are often at risk for anxiety and depression because they feel as though they can't fit in when socializing with their friends. The second form is pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified. Most children that are diagnosed with autism fall into this category. It varies from person to person, and it has a later age of diagnosis. The third form is more severe. It's called autistic disorder, and many aspects of a person's life are affected, whether it be their speech, physically, emotionally, and it often is accompanied by mental retardation and seizures. The final 2 are extremely rare forms. The first is Rett syndrome. This affects 1 in every 10,000 children, almost always girls. It usually affects them between the ages of 6 months to 18 months, and the child will begin to withdraw socially, not wanting to be held or socialize with other children, and they'll begin to show coordination problems when wanting to start to crawl or walk, and as they get older, they'll continuously wring their hands. This is believed to be caused by a rare genetic mutation. The final form is childhood disintegrative disorder. This is the most severe and also the most rare. The child will develop normally until about the ages of 2 to 4, and then they begin to lose function in different areas and they won't regain it. This is often accompanied by a seizure disorder. 2 in every 100,000 children that have autism are placed into this category. They're almost always boys. There's no cure for autism, but there are many treatments that are believed to help the different behaviors that come along. The first is non-medical. Non-medical treatment includes physical therapy, occupational therapy, musical therapy, sensory integration, behavior modification, and speech therapy. There's also medical treatment, which includes medicine for anxiety. They're given usually antidepressants, or antipsychotics, which are given to help the behaviors. As I previously mentioned, oftentimes kids that have autism often have seizures or immune disorders as well, so they're often medicated for that. And the final form of treatment is a dietary form, and it usually includes incorporating certain vitamins or minerals into their diet, or taking something out, such as having a gluten-free diet. Specific vitamins that are included in diets are B6, which helps normal nervous system function, vitamin C, which helps with the immune system, and magnesium, which helps with muscle and nerve relaxation and bone building. In conclusion, autism is becoming more and more prevalent each year in the United States. A lot of us have been touched by someone with autism, and we know that it's a fascinating condition that has no cure. I'll leave you with a quote said by Paul Collins. "Autists are the most ultimate of square pegs, and the problem with pounding a square peg into a round hole is not that the hammering is hard work, it's that you're destroying the peg." Thank you.